Hi, Rusty here, Cosmic Comics. Thank you for joining us today. It is time for the 10th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament. 10 years of Cosmic Madness comes to a head just for you, just this year. And we're doing Clash of the Creators. We're going to have 16 writers. We're going to have 16 artists for you to choose from, for you to vote for, to find out who is your favorite. 4 regions: Stan Lee region, Will Eisner region, Bob Kane region, Jack Kirby region. The old guys are honored by regions. They are not in the tournament. Neither are some of my favorites. Warren Ellis, Travis Charest. Nope. It's definitely a what have you done for me lately? Just like we did with the required reading rumble last year. It is current writers. It is current artists. It is not Neil Gaiman. It is not Alan Moore. I mean, they got a little stuff coming out, but you know, we're going with the new guys, the current guys, the fresh guys. Some you may not have heard of. Hopefully you know who they are when the tournament is over. Today we are going to do the seeding draw and sort of announce the contestants. We'll do the writers, and then we'll do the artists, and we'll see who gets seated where, and we'll see who wins. Okay, we are ready to pick the matchups for the 10th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament, Clash of the Creators. We're going to do the Stan Lee region first. These are all writers. There are 16 writers on these cards. I'm shuffling them up, and we're going to pull one randomly out of the box, and we'll see who gets matched up in the first round for you to vote on. First one, Rick Remender. Rick Remender's been around a while. He's done a bunch of stuff. He did Frankencastle for Marvel. He is responsible for Deadly Class, which is now on a sci-fi TV show. Love the comic. It's good. He's done a bunch of good stuff. Rick Remender is the first one on the board. Now, who will Rick Remender be facing? Jeff Lemire. Yeah, this guy's done about everything. Green Arrow over at DC was really good. Black Hammer and Gideon Falls, he's doing right now. Indie books, both one's an Image, one's a Dark Horse. And Jeff Lemire goes against Rick Remender in the first round. All of these people, they'll all be on the website. Google them if you don't know who they are. Next up is Grant Morrison. Hopefully everyone knows who he is. He's been doing comics a long time. Almost fell into the Neil Gaiman, Alan Moore trap, but is doing Green Lantern right now, and I really like it a lot. He also did Klaus, so he's still active. He's going to face off against Jeff Johns. Definitely a DC guy. He is the chief creative officer for them, doing Doomsday Clock, Shazam, does a lot for DC. Pretty much of a bigwig over there. Next up is Jason Aaron. He's a bigwig over at Marvel. He's going to do War of the Realms that's coming out. He is responsible for Thor. He did a bunch of Vertigo stuff back in the day. He's been around, knocking it out over at Marvel right now. Next up is Donny Cates, another Marvel guy. Did Venom, did Thanos. He's in charge of Guardians of the Galaxy right now. Really, Marvel's given all the outer space characters plot to Donny Cates. He's doing a great job. Tom King is next. Also relatively new to the scene. Did Vision for Marvel a while ago. Came back with Mr. Miracle for DC, which was awesome. And is currently writing Batman. He's the Batman writer. He will be facing Jonathan Hickman. Started out at Marvel, did a bunch of stuff. East of West, Black Monday Murders. Jonathan Hickman, he does a bunch of different stuff. He's really good. And that is the Stan Lee region And those are the first round matchups for those. All right, 8 more writers to go. Moving over to the Will Eisner region. First one is Brian K. Vaughan of Saga fame. I mean, he did Why the Last Man, he did Paper, he does other stuff, but definitely Saga fame for Brian K. Vaughan. Going right up here in the top of the Will Eisner region. There you go. Next, oh, wow, there's a good one. Mark Millar, Netflix guru, and, did Kick-Ass, does a bunch of stuff. Mark Millar's 2 current books are Sharky and Prodigy, soon to be a Netflix movie. But it's Mark Millar versus Brian K. Vaughan in the first round of the Will Eisner region. Brackets are busted already, I can see it. Next up, Scott Snyder, DC superstar. He's done so much for them. Started out at American Vampire, did Batman New 52. He just wrapped up Metal over there. He's writing Shazam. Definitely a DC guy, Scott Snyder. Aha! Versus the new DC guy, Brian Michael Bendis, of course, created Ultimate Spider-Man and was so involved over at Marvel for years and years and years and years, but now has come to DC to write Superman. So are you going to want the new DC writer or the older DC writer? We'll see. That's 2 tough brackets in a row. Ed Brubaker, personal odds-on favorite to win the tournament, but we'll see what happens. I've always been wrong in the past. Haven't got one right yet. Ed Brubaker did a lot of Marvel stuff. He writes crime noir, Killer Be Killed, Criminals Back. He's fantastic. We'll see. Oh, poor Kelly Thompson. I'm sorry. She's so good. She's new. She writes at Marvel. She writes Captain Marvel, Mr. and Mrs. X, West Coast Avengers. She's got a really good voice. I like how she writes. Sorry. There you go. Right there. Ed Brubaker and Kelly Thompson. Check out her stuff. She knows what she's doing. Robert Kirkman is still in the box. Wow, the Will Eisner region is tough, man. Look at these guys. Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, you know that. He has new books out, Oblivion Song. He's doing stuff. He's great. We love him. And Ta-Nehisi Coates is the last one. He was an Atlantic writer, came over to Marvel, started writing Black Panther. It won Emmy Awards or Grammy Awards or probably Oscar Awards. And Ta-Nehisi Coates, part of bringing Black Panther back to prominence for Marvel against Robert Kirkman and The Walking Dead. So those are the 16 writers that we have picked to be in the 10th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament, Clash of the Creators. We're going to do artists next. All right, let's start with the artist. I'm shuffling up the cards again. We'll see how they come out of the box. Some tough matchups in the writers. We'll see how the artists do. Once again, there'll be write-ups on the website letting you know who everyone is. Google them up. Come in the store. We have displays set up. It's Cosmic Madness 2019. Here we go with the artists. First one out of the box is Andrea Sorrentino. See, you may not know. You may know. He's awesome. He did I, Vampire was where I first really heard of him. He did Green Arrow. He's doing Gideon Falls right now. Andrea Sorrentino on the board. First one out of the box. Next, Olivier Coipel. Or Oliver Coipel. Whatever you want. Something like that. I make no promises on any pronunciations. Sorry if we get them wrong. He is utterly fantastic. I think his art is just beautiful. Tends to do the bigger Marvel books. Siege, House of M. And he just got done doing Magic Order with Mark Millar. Mr. Coipel goes on the board next. Leno Yu. Same thing with Leno Yu as Coipel. He does big Marvel books. He did Secret Invasions, Superman Birthright. When there's a big story that needs to be told, they tend to call Leno Yu. Next up is Jock. Just Jock. That's it. Jock. His style's crazy. It's very gritty. It's very, I wouldn't say hectic. It's really good. He's doing Batman Who Laughs right now. Did a bunch of Vertigo stuff in the past. There goes Jock on the board. Next up, Sean Murphy. He has a very distinctive style. Also, just got done with Batman White Knight, which y'all loved. Tokyo Ghost, Punk Rock Jesus. Sean Murphy has done tons. Let's see here. I do think you guys have a better chance of knowing the writers than the artists. But we're here to learn. We're here to have fun. We're here to pick your favorite. Sean Phillips is next. He partners up with Ed Brubaker to do a lot of the crime noir stuff that they're doing. They make a great team, and he is a great artist. Gary Frank. I'm out of tape. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. I was just out of tape momentarily, but I have tape. Gary Frank, been around forever. Was an old Hulk artist with Peter David. He's doing Doomsday Clock. He does Batman Year One when they release those. Excellent. Yeah, it's hard because art is very subjective. I mean, writing is too. Next one out of the box is Fiona Staples. She partners up with Brian K. Vaughan on Saga. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, they're all good artists. Absolutely, no doubt. Who you prefer is up to you. Like I say, there'll be pictures. Mike Diodato is next. He used to do Wonder Woman and Thor back in the 90s. And I've never seen a guy who, I hate to call it improved, because he was good back then, but he has adapted, changed with the times, grown in style, and his stuff is just absolutely beautiful these days. Mike Diodato. Next up is Greg Capullo. A lot of you guys like him. He did Batman for a long time. Started out doing Spawn. Just did Reborn with Mark Millar. Greg Capullo. David Marquis. This is one of David's favorites. He's a new guy. He's Miles Morales, Defenders. He's a Marvel guy. He's relatively new. David likes him a lot. David Marquis goes on the board. Esad Ribic. He has a very painted style. Does a lot of covers. Did do Secret Wars. Did do Thor the God Butcher. Esad Ribic goes on the board next against David Marquis. Or Marquez. Marco Cicchetto is coming out of the box next. Another one David really likes. He's relatively new. He has the new Daredevil book. Old Man Hawkeye, Gamora. He's a Marvel guy. Sure we're going to hear more from him in the years to come. No doubt about that. Liam Sharp has also been around a while. Did the Wonder Woman Rebirth. He's doing Green Lantern with Grant Morrison. That creative team has made the tournament. It's a really good book. You should check it out. Two more? That's it. Oh, Chris Batchelor. I like his style. Some people, he's a little quirky, a little cartoony. Some people don't like him. I love him. I think he's great. We're going to find out if he gets the votes or not. A lot of Spider-Man, X-Men. Just finished up Doctor Strange. His long and storied career for Chris Batchelor. And the last one out of the box is Jim Lee. Jim Lee. Technically, he would be the biggest offender to the rules in the contest. He does not have a current ongoing book. David did not want to put him in the tournament. I thought that he needed to be. He still does some stuff. And he is the chief creative officer over at DC Comics. So I thought Jim Lee needed to make the tournament. We'll see how he does. So that is your 16 artists. In the Bob Kane region, in the Jack Kirby region. There you go. So there you have it. That is the 32 contestants for the 10th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament. The Clash of the Creators. Plenty of more information on the website, Facebook. Brackets for you to fill out will be available on March 6th. Pick out who you think will win, and you might win valuable cosmic prizes. Voting will start on March 20th. You can vote in the store, you can vote on the website, and the whole tournament will wrap up around April 8th. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. Bye-bye.